moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, thank you. So it's Boston now. Orlando making their last shot. And it's Tatum missing. Inside. MP is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Boston with the ball. White on the wing, guarded by Banchero. White, the pass to Pritchard. The kick to Tatum for three, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. Now here's Suggs, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. The three, and he buries his first look.
4 straight hoops. Ideal start for them.
And here's Tatum. His last outing, he had 20. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you, BA.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Pritchard. Orlando making their last shot. It's stolen by MP. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Garza's checked in for Boston. Anthony Simons comes in for Brown. Then for Orlando, Wendell Carter. He's checked in for Bain. And Black subbed in for Suggs. And here's MP from outside. Counted from distance. MP's got 9.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense. Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Pritchard. 15 in his last outing. White, the pass to Tatum. Boston again missing.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, BA, he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Magic. With the step back. Here's Tatum. Again, the miss by Boston.
I think he'd love to have that one back. Got the ball right where he wanted to and couldn't convert. They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end. Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Tatum with another miss.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. Oh, wow. Get away with authority. Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. .43 seconds left in the first quarter here. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Boston with some changes. Lineout's checked in for Jason Tatum. Walsh comes in for White. And it's Brown in for Pritchard. Then for Orlando, De Silva comes in for Banchero. And it's Desmond Bain in for Franz Wagner. Here's Orlando. They're on a 20-5 run. MP scanning the floor. Tries it from 19. And it's Orlando with another.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost. Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Tell you what, early in a game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
And here are the Magic now. 15-point game. From deep. Knocks down the long J. MP's got 20.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling. Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And so it's Orlando, feeling confident. 18 points. Pretty lopsided game through the first half. Orlando ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Where's the perimeter, D? I see no sense of urgency, and those boys are getting scorched.
Big fella, you might be able to guard the perimeter better right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's take a step back.
All right, fellas, time. And that'll do it for...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted. Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. And it's Pritchard in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And the Magic making a change here. Carter's checked in. Now here's Wagner. No points yet. Again, MP missing. Celtics trail by 20. Pritchard, the pass to Queta. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown gets the bucket. Brown's got 6.
Hey, the defense has no answer for Jaylen Brown. I mean, when he's dribbling the ball, his teammates know they're in good hands.
Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars. And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Tatum against MP. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's MP. And the 18-footer right on the mark. MP's got 22.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. They host the Pistons after this one. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. And here's Brown for 3. Drops in the 3. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Carter, a screen on Tatum to the middle. Carter can't get it to go.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
Pass to Tatum. Over MP. And Tatum with the basket. On the assist by Pritchard. Pritchard's got his 5th assist in this one. Tatum against MP. This one for 3. He buries it from 3. He's got 25.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Celtics trail by 21. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Black checked in for Orlando. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that on paper isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
And now we've got an update on Paolo Banchero. What's the latest?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Magic provided some information. Called the injury a lower back bruise and said it's very stiff at the moment. The team believes that he could play on it, and if they decide to be cautious, it would only require a short window for recovery. Sounds like relatively good news, guys.
Allie, thanks for the info.
Yeah, you know, you want to get him back as quickly as possible, but the key there is to balance it with giving him time to fully recover. You don't want to rush him back.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in for Queta. Minot comes in for White. And Simon is subbed in for Pritchard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Guys, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Count it.
Yeah, with the ball in his hands, Wagner is dangerous. Got to keep an eye on him.
Here's Brown. 9 points in the game. Misses off the right iron.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's MP. He's got 25. On the wing, MP jacks up a three. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist.
3 points.
Banchero's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
And stolen by Bain. And the Magic pushing it up now. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. MP, the pass to Wagner. Yep, that one goes. Wagner's got his second basket on the night.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls? Just great decision-making from him.
And there's a pick. Here's Tatum. And so it's MP making things happen for Orlando. He's been doing damage on the offensive end all night. 28 points in this one. Back to the game after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go.
And he definitely deserves it.
He's checked in for Walsh. MP's checked in for Orlando. Carter, a screen on Tatum. To the inside. And Carter gets it to go on the assist by MP.
Carter Jr. does not hold back inside, and that helps him power through that contact.
Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Magic. They've got MP. Wendell Carter is out there with Anthony Black. And it's Howard in at the 2. MP outside. Pass to Black. Back to MP. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys will tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
Down low. 6 on the shot clock. Orlando moving the ball around. The Magic need to put one up here. There. MP inside. Tatum's there. Back to MP. Here's Garza. And it's off from three-point range. The Magic have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Pass to Carter.
Overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Magic.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this.
They've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
He was on a tear. Everything seemed to be finding the bottom of the net for him. I'm sure he'd like to build on that performance going forward.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake. This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most. Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
A 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. Here's Tatum. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Here's MP. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never